Hi, welcome to My Two Bits. My name's Laura Batante, and today I have this really fun little frilled lizard to make, and super easy, so I think we'll just jump right in. So materials for today's project include, of course, the template, which is available for download right there in the video notes. And it's a two-pager. This is, of course, what he looks like all put together, and he's really just there as reference, particularly for when you're gluing the pieces together. You might want to lie it on top, help you with the placement. And then this is the second piece, and you can see he's basically four pieces of the head, and then he's got his mouth. So not too much. For materials, I've got 2 shades of green cardstock and then a little tiny piece of black and red. I have some googly eyes. I've done mine with 2 different sizes. Of course, you don't have to. And also you could use cardstock for the eyes as well if that's what you wanted to do. This is a 1/2 inch and a 5/8. I have a ruler and a tack, and that's for scoring these lines. And I have also got the usual, my scissors and my glue. I have 2 different shades of green felt pen, and I'm using that just to add a little fun detail on them. So you can do that or not, that's your choice. And I also have an X-Acto knife. That's just to clean up some lines if I think that they are a little wonky. It's sometimes easier than using the scissors. So you won't need it, but I have it just in case. So that's everything. We can get started. All right, so just before we cut out our pieces, I just would quickly like to ask you, if you are downloading this craft and doing it, please give my video a like and subscribe to the channel. It's really going to help me out, grow my channel on YouTube so that I can keep bringing you more fun crafts. So thanks for that. And so yeah, first thing we're going to do is cut out all of our pieces. All right, so I have all of my pieces cut out, and as you can see, I've used the handy dandy paper clips again. I always recommend that. They are, economical and reusable, and they really help hold things in place. And it's really important when you're doing a craft like this that your pieces are accurate, so it's really key. So the first thing that we're going to do after we get everything cut out is we're going to score the frill. Now, that's just to give it a little dimension. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But if you would like to, it's easy enough to do. We're going to keep one of our paper clips on just to kind of control things. And then we are just going to drag right over the template. And you don't have to do it right over the template, but if you feel like that makes it a little easier for you, then do it. So we're just going to score a bit. And that will just help us when we go to bend the paper. So we're going to do that all the way around, and I think I will just keep doing it and spare you having to watch me do that. All right, so when I take that off, you can see very faintly that there are lines there, and then we're simply going to, this one is paper, so it bends a little easier, bend back and forth. So on this one, I'm going to bend this way, and then so it's basically a fan fold. You can see that the scoring encourages it to bend where you want it to. So we'll bend it like this, and then we'll flatten it back out a bit. It just gives a little added dimension. Like I said, you don't need to do it if you don't want to. So there we go. And when we glue it down, it flattens it a bit. So that's that. And then we're going to take the body and just check our lines. That's not perfect right there. I mean, you don't need perfect, of course, but it's nice if you can, when you take the template off, just sort of tidy up your lines if you need to. So in this case, we're actually going to put the frill on top, and then this is his head on top of here. And there are 2 options here. You can use cardboard or a pop dot like that, something to stick down and then just raise the head up a bit. That allows you to have a little bit more of the actual movement in the frill. or you can just glue it straight on. It's fine, but you're going to aim to put the glue mostly in this center area here. So in order to get the placement, we're going to take this guy and put it down. So we will put our body there, and we will then place this on top, and that will just help us make sure we're getting it in the right neck of the woods. So a little glue up on the head, around the edge mostly, and then we will place that on about like that. Of course it's bent, so it's not going to be 100% accurate, and that is fine. And just encourage it a bit. And then for the, before we put the face on, we'll put his mouth on. And so we're going to put that together first. We'll do his mouth here and attach his tongue. And all we need to do is put a little glue on that guy. There we go. All right, so we are going to glue the mouth on, and then we are going to do his eyes, and then we will put it all on, and it will be fabulous. Oh, I need a little more glue on that side. And then I think you can tell that the bigger eye goes on over here. Alrighty then. So we will just I think we can attach the tail now too, so we'll do that, and then we'll put the face on. All right, so one thing that I did before I'm on this fellow, and that I'm going to do before I attach his tail, is I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shadow right here where his foot is in front. So that's all you need to do there. You don't have to do this. Again, like I said, it's up to you how detailed you want to do it. We'll put our glue there and attach our tail. And in this case, I'm going to end up with his tail being a little longer. That's personal choice. I wanted to make sure I had lots of room for gluing. So that is why it is an option to make his tail a little bit longer, but they have very long tails, so there we go. And then here, I think I'm just going to use a chunk of the pop dots for his head, because I can do it nice and quick this way. That just goes there in the middle. And then if you look over here, you can see there his chin sits. And you can angle the head a bit. You do whatever you like. I mean, it's your lizard. So if that's what you want to do, go for it. So there we go. He's basically done. Now we just have a few little details to do if you want. One of the things that I did with this guy is I actually ended up cutting those legs a little bit so that they pop out. So if you pop your scissors in and just sort of follow the line that you had going, you will be golden. It'll be perfect. So there you go. Now they pop forward a little. not tons, just a bit. And so at this point, if you want, you can put on the lines like I've done. So I had my darker pen that I used to draw in his body line here. And I just went down like so. I also added it to his legs where I cut. So if you wanted to try that first before you cut, you could totally do that. And then here there's a little bit of his leg sort of coming in like so. And then all I did was dots. So I would just hold my pen down and at varying, I'd hold it longer and the pen will bleed a bit so that you get a little bit bigger circle. And I just mixed my colors. So I used some darker, some lighter, and you do whatever you like. You could go crazy and do different colors. They're actually not green frilled lizards. They are sort of a gray color, and their frill is usually orange or yellow, but green is kind of what we think of as lizards, so I went with green. Your choice. All right, so that's all we're going to do. I'm going to finish this up. A few more dots here and there. I'm going to use my other color as well, and then we'll meet back and have a look. All right, so there we are. They're all done. They're really fun and easy to do, so I hope that you will give it a go, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a like. It would really help me out. Thanks very much.